Howdy, hi. It is Dear Job Sports WNBA Picks and Predictions for Thursday, July 10th, 2025. We are looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, first things first, got to recap the previous day's results. On the day, we go 4-5, bringing our season record to 146 and 133. We have a new team on the ban list. We took off the Valkyries. We put on the Fever. After what I watched today, I think it is quite obvious why we made that move. Also, probably should have gone 5-4, but the Sky and the Wings did not score a single bucket for the final 3 minutes of their basketball game, scoring 30 points in the fourth quarter to miss the over by 3. Thanks for nothing, Dallas. All right, I'm going to recap these games, then we'll get on to the picks for tomorrow. So, out of our 4 winners, we had the over 156.5 in the Connecticut Sun game at home against the Storm. This was probably the craziest game of the day. Connecticut Sun win by 10. They went into the final quarter losing by 8 points. I was like, all right, maybe by some form of a miracle, the Storm will cover this number. The Storm lost the final quarter 27-9. Connecticut wins the game outright 93-83. They shot 49% from the field, 44% from deep, 21 of 22 from the free throw line. Tina Charles had 29 points. Good God. So that was a crazy game. Our other winner, another underdog, won at home. It was the Mercury +8, and it was the under 161.5. I really don't think the Lynx team is playing good basketball right now. They lose this one outright 79-71. They shoot 43% from the field, 26% from deep. Combined, both of these teams shot 7 of 39. The Mercury went 1 of 16. They just shot much better from the field, 47% from the field, 100% from the free throw line. They lost the offensive rebound battle. They won the turnover battle, however, as the Lynx had 18 turnovers. So shout out to the Mercury for winning the game outright and playing good defense. Then we had Alyssa Thomas PRA over 32.5. I don't know why they keep on disrespecting her PRA. She lands at 42. 42 PRA, 29 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. No Satu Sabli, no Kalia Copper. I think she shot the ball like 20 times. She shot the ball 24 times. Not a single one of them was a three-pointer. No one else in the WNBA is doing that. Not a soul. Alyssa Thomas, the GOAT. I'm saying she should be a serious candidate for MVP. She's playing better than Stewie. I think she's playing better than Nafisa Collier. Caitlin Clark is out of the question with today's performance. Asia's hurt. That's it. Right now, it's Alyssa Thomas and it's Collier. There is no one else in that race. All right, now we get to the losers. We kind of already touched on the Storm. They got destroyed. They lost by 10. They had an 8-point lead going into the fourth quarter. They then scored 9 points, and they let Connecticut score 27. That's not good. Not very good at all. I think that was the last game of their road trip, though, and now they're heading home. So they play the Sun in Seattle in 2 days. I do not know who I will be betting that game, because I also think Marina Mabrey might be back. That will be a wait and see. All right, then you have the team that is newly added to the ban list. This is going to take a minute to talk about. Indiana Fever. They lose at home in Caitlin Clark's return game, 80-61 against the Valkyries. This is the quarter-by-quarter breakdown. 23-21, Indiana wins first quarter. 9-20, Golden State wins second quarter. 19-23, Golden State wins the third quarter. 10-16, Golden State wins the fourth quarter. Indiana scored 10 points or less in 2 out of 4 quarters of basketball. They shot 31% from the field, 22% from deep, and they had 14 turnovers. Literally everyone on this team played horrible. Natasha Howard, 1 of 4. I think she got injured. I didn't watch this game. Caitlin Clark, 4 of 12. Aaliyah Boston, 2 of 8. Ari McDonald, 2 of 9. Kelsey Mitchell, 3 of 13. Lexi Hall, 1 of 7. The only person who came good was Michaela Timpson, who came off the bench She went 5 of 9, 10 points, 6 rebounds. Everyone else played like they had a conniption in the middle of the court. The Valkyries didn't even play that well. Valkyrie stats, they shot 37% from the field, 38% from deep, 76% from the free throw line. That should not be a record for winning by 19 points on the road. Fever team, you suck. I don't know what to do with you. Who do they play next? Their next game is at home versus the Dream, then versus the Wings, then at the Sun and the Liberty. They're probably going 2-2 in that. You beat the Wings, you beat the Sun, lose to the Dream, lose to the Liberty. All right, then we obviously lost the Caitlin Clark PRA over. The entire team played like ass. She played like ass. I think she might have even been on a minute restriction. She only played 24 minutes, so I'm not really sure what was up with that. She's always said, I'm only coming back if I'm 100% healthy. I don't know if she looked 100% healthy today. I've watched a few highlights. She looked okay. But if you're only playing 24 minutes in your return game, I'm going to assume you're not healthy. Then the worst beat of the day was the Chicago Sky Dallas Wings over 165.5. It lands on 163. They did not score a single basket for the final 3 minutes of this game. Dallas shot 36% from the field, 27% from deep. Dallas won the offensive rebound battle by 3. They won the turnover battle by 7. They lose the game by 11 because they can't shoot. Isaiah James, 3 of 15. Paige Beckers, 5 of 20. JJ Quinterly, 5 of 14. I think that is about all I need to say. So that's the recap. Let's get on to the picks for tomorrow. First game we got, it is the Minnesota Lynx on the road at the LA Sparks. I'm going to take the home dog plus 7. I'm also going to take the over 165.5. The Lynx, they are on a back-to-back. I have not been impressed with them at all since they got absolutely destroyed in the Commissioner Cup final. I'm going to continue to fade them on the road here. The Sparks, they've had a lot of time off. They have not played a basketball game in 5 days, and they are off of a road win at the Indiana Fever in that most recent game. Lynx, they're 17-3 on the year. Just lost a road game to the Mercury by 8 points. That was a Mercury team that did not have Satu Sabli or Kalia Copper. They got absolutely destroyed by Alyssa Thomas. Since the Commissioner's Cup, they are 1-3 to the spread straight up, and they've played some really bad teams. So they played the Mystics, they played the Sky. They've only covered one of them, and that was against that Mystics team. The Sparks, they're 6-13 on the year. They did, however, just beat the Fever by 2 on July 5th. Now, the only problem here, they are 1-7 straight up, and that's not against the spread. That is straight up at home this year. I think they are due a win. The last time they played the Lynx, they lost by 16 in Minnesota. However, they did win the rebounding battle. With good shooting at home, I think they can take home this W, just like the Mercury did. 7 points is too big of a number for a team on a back-to-back. Give me the Sparks plus 7. Give me the over 165.5. Next game we got, it is the Las Vegas Aces headed to DC, take on the Mystics. I'm going to take the Mystics at home, minus 1.5. Also going to rock the over 157.5. This is the Aces' 5th and final road game. This is their first full game without Asia Wilson. Really don't know how they're going to look without her down low, but we are about to find out. Aces are 9-10 on the year. They just lost a 9-point road game to the Liberty. Asia Wilson, like I said, going to miss the entire game with a wrist injury. She got an MRI done on it, I think 2 days ago. So we'll see how she turns out with that. They're going to have someone step up because now they don't have the best player in the world. Jewel Lloyd, that is who I think is going to step up. You will see that in the next slide. The Mystics, they're also 9-10 on the year, but they just beat the Sky at home by 2, and that was in a really close game. They probably should have lost, but they got a favorable whistle towards the end. They have not been getting great production from either Brittany Sykes or Kiki Iriafan. Aaliyah Edwards off the bench has been doing really good, but they're still trying to actively trade her. I don't really know. I don't think the Aces are going to have an answer for 1, Brittany Sykes, if she plays well. 2, Sonia Citron. I think they should be able to stop Kiki down low if you just mix up Nilissa Smith and a combination of Kia Stokes down low. Don't know what they're going to do against Edwards off the bench or Shakira Austin. I'm going to take what I think is the better team. Give me the Mystics -1.5. Give me the over 157.5. All right, finally, we have 2 player props. I don't actually have numbers on either of these because the sportsbook hates the WNBA, but that's a story for another time. I'm going to take Azurá Stevens PRA over at home. We've been betting behind Azurá for, I think, most of the season. I think I've taken her 4 or 5 times. She's been playing fantastic basketball this year, coming off of a 21-12-2 game against the Fever. The Lynx, they're a smaller team down low. They do have some size with Shepard. They have Alana Smith. They have Carlton. But no one to really match the versatility that Azurá Stevens and Dearica Hamby have down low. Lynx are in a back-to-back. They're going to be tired. That should lead to some free rebounds and easy buckets on the boards. Jewell Loyd, I'm going to take her points over. This one is pretty self-explanatory. Asia Wilson, out. They're going to have someone who can put the ball in the hoop. Who is that going to be? I think Jewell Loyd. You could also argue Jackie Young. That is a correct answer. I don't think Chelsea Gray. That's mostly because she's going to have Brittany Sykes on her, and I don't see how she's getting around Sykes. Jewell Loyd, she'll draw probably Sonia Citron. I like that matchup a little bit better. She should be able to cook the rookie. If I'd imagine, it's probably sitting like, 14.5, 15.5. Whatever it is, I'm taking the over. All right, that's going to do it for me in this video. I appreciate you watching and tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.